So I'm Liz Cronin, I'm from Swansea, and this is my dog Callie, Black Labrador, and she's nearly 8 years old. Why did you think about volunteering with your dog as a therapy dog team? So I'd seen an advert come up on Facebook, and seen it was on Cariad Pet Therapy. I had a little look into it. So before jumping into it, did a bit of research on the website, went through to Cariad Pet Therapy's website, had a look, saw what it was all about really, made sure that it was something that, what attracted me to it really was that it thought about the animals first. So that was really important to me. And then what it meant about yourself as a volunteer then. In particular, Callie is, she loves being around people, loves having that sort of fuss, that attention, but she's very caring as well in herself. And she's, my friend has a little boy who's disabled, and the bond that they have, he's nearly 8 years old, so same sort of age as her, they've sort of grown up together. And I just thought it'd be absolutely something that was perfect for her, but also a nice opportunity for me as well to do something and perhaps give something back as well then. Okay, so what nicknames do you have for your dog? Callikins. Trying to think what else now. Lots of them. I call her my angel without wings because she's just an absolute sweetheart. So absolutely just adore her to pieces. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I call her all sorts of things. What have been the highlights to date whilst volunteering with your dog? Lots of things really. So anything from, so we've done a couple of big events with the Utility Arena. So we visited the crew for Brian Adams, Cheryl Cole and 30 Seconds to Mars. And that is absolutely, it's a fantastic opportunity. Not something I thought would even happen doing this role. It's been great because the crew have been away from family and friends for a long time. They've often been on the road for a long time and didn't really realise the impact it would have on them having a visit from the dog. They work very long hours, and just having that sort of break and that moment to see the dog, it was fantastic. So was that. And obviously then there's the amazing side of it, sort of meeting some famous people as well. Again, didn't expect that. And the highlight being Cheryl Cole was absolutely amazing. She was so lovely. I couldn't get over it. She just walked in the room, and Callie, in fairness, was just like straight across to her. And Callie doesn't differentiate between who anybody is, so she'd have no idea. But there was just a warmth, and she just was gone, really. So yeah, it's really, that's been nice. Even things like visiting Amazon, and you come across people who've perhaps had a hard day, or you know, are just coming into work and they've got things going on. It's amazing how people just open up and talk to you with a dog. That's what I can't get over. They just tell you all of a sudden, people you've never met before are just telling you things about their lives. It's just lovely. Do you think your dog enjoys visiting as a therapy dog? She absolutely loves it. Even today, coming down, as soon as she sees her bandana, she is beside herself. She just gets really excited. And what I love is, for her, it doesn't matter where she's going. So she can be going somewhere like the Utility Arena, famous people coming in, whatever, or she can be going down to Amazon, and she will just love it just the same, meeting people, bringing that sort of, I can't explain it, it's that joy to people when they see the dog. It just lifts you, it lifts them, and it lifts the people that see them. It's just the most amazing thing. But yeah, she absolutely loves it. And when she comes home, you can see she's really been fulfilled from the visit. And I think that's what I can't get over the most, how much it gives her. What is your dog's favourite toy? She has a Highland cow called Hamish, and she absolutely loves him. So that's her favourite toy, although she loves toys. She carries them round in her mouth like they're little babies or something. She's very gentle with them. She's not one of those dogs that pulls them apart, but Hamish, a Highland cow. What type of visits have you done with your dog? So we've done things from staff wellbeing visits, at local hotels where they've had like a conference. Amazon, we've been there as well. A couple of times we've been to Amazon. That's really interesting because you get to meet a lot of different people. People do like to come over and have a chat, so that's lovely as well. Done a visit in HSBC in the call centre there. Even the impact of that kind of hit me as well. So you think you're going into a work environment, and I suppose in my head I kind of built up, you know, if you go to a hospital and that, you expect sort of perhaps to have that impact because people perhaps are unwell or things. but you don't even realise just people in an ordinary working environment. So somebody who's perhaps had a tough phone call, and she actually said to me, coming over and seeing the dog, it just made my morning, really lifted her after that. So yeah, it's brilliant. What do you get from the volunteering experience? It's really nice for me as well. It gives me something. So I do an office job. So for me to be able to get out there, meet people and just see that, and I suppose from a selfish way, it gives you something back as well, that you're doing something for people. So yeah, just having that somebody talks to you, feels a bit better because they've seen your dog. You kind of go home and go, that's really nice. If your dog was a superhero, what would its special superpower be? Healing maybe, I think. The power to heal people, because you can just have a rough day or whatever and you just see her and she just lifts you. You can't be down too long when you've can't be down too long when you've got that face looking at you. How does working as a team with your dog make for a better experience for all whilst volunteering? Although obviously she's Labrador, Callie, so they're very much a family, a friendly dog. That they're not. So certain types of dogs can be like a one-person dog. I've got a Pomchi, and she's very much just for me. Whereas Callie loves everyone and everyone in the family. But I think for us, it's given us a real bond. I'm surprised how much more of a deeper bond it's given between me and her. And it's almost like, because she is such a family pet and with us, it's given us that bond together. Also as well, I think when you go and visit people, it's not that they're just seeing the dog. They can talk to the dog and open up to the dog, which I think they do more than a person for some reason, whatever that is, they would just talk to the dog. But they've also got you there as well to talk to as well, and a person to kind of speak to as well. So I think it just works really, really well for everyone concerned then. What 3 words would you use to describe your volunteering experience? It's amazing. Happy, is that the right thing? I'm supposed to say happy. It makes me happy, makes her happy. My family love hearing about it when I come home and talk to them. People in work like to hear about it. It's just a really joyous, sorry, that's another word to use, something joyful to talk about, and just the way that animals can bring you together. I'm a massive animal lover, but I didn't even expect to see what I get out of this, really. So you're going to read the question. Would you recommend volunteering with your dog to others watching this? Absolutely. I do think it's got to be right for your dog though, and it's got to be right for you. So you've got to feel comfortable, I think, being in that environment. And also the dog as well. I think that's got to be first and foremost. It's got to be right for them. So what made me want to do it, although it does give me a lot, and it's obviously something I want to do, it was Callie that made me think to do it first of all. So her love of meeting people, just the way she naturally is in herself, is what I thought was worth doing it. So I think if you've got the right dog and you feel it's something you'd want to do, absolutely, I'd say 100% do it. It's brilliant. Anything else you would like to add? I think just for me, as somebody who's new to doing this, it's been an absolutely fantastic experience so far. I'm only a few months in, but the opportunities I've had to do things, the communications I've had in terms of what things I'd like to go to and do has been brilliant. I've been able to fit it around working as well, which is absolutely fantastic too. Particularly where I am, there's a lot of opportunities local to me in the Swansea area, so I get the opportunity to go to places nearby that I can fit in around work as well. There's opportunities in the evening, like I mentioned, with Amazon and everything else. The type of people you meet as well, so the other volunteers, and obviously Chrissy and Rob themselves, is something about, because of the thing that you're wanting to do and working with people and caring about animals and caring about people, I think you just naturally getting to work with people who are nice to work with as well, if that makes sense then. So that makes it really worthwhile as well. We've done things like had a dog meet up on the beach, which was brilliant, opportunity to get to meet everyone. And then when you get to volunteer, you will perhaps team up with different other people. So I've been where there's been like 2 of us and our dogs doing a visit, or there's been perhaps 4 when it's been the bigger events doing the visit as well. But you kind of meet different people, and then when you see each other, it's just lovely. There's a really lovely greeting, and it's just, yeah, it's just been, I can't fault it really. It's been just a brilliant opportunity, and I will tell anyone that listens.